I think one of the things God has taught me this week is that He is completely in control. That He is completely in control of these trainings. And He's reminded me that we are not.
So right now we are in Riohacha, which is northwest of Colombia, near Venezuela. We are in a very beautiful area with a lot of needy people, like a paradox.
With Bread of Hope, one of the things we want to do is empower the indigenous church. We want to make sure that they have the training, the tools to first understand the gospel and then also respond to the gospel in the Great Commission and sharing the good news. Here in La Guajira, they have a lot of health issues and there's a high child mortality rate. A lot of children dying of a lot of preventable causes. So the health program in particular is very effective in just teaching the white youth how to prevent a lot of diseases and illnesses in their communities.
Bread of Hope ha sido para mí una escuela en la que he crecido no solo como persona, sino también espiritualmente. Dentro de mi trabajo hay una función muy esencial que es llevar a esas comunidades y a ese pueblo guayú el mensaje de Dios, el mensaje del Señor, y utilizamos herramientas tan sencillas como llevándole la salud, mostrándole el amor de Dios a través de estas actividades en pro del conocimiento de ellos de la palabra del Señor.
The medical training consists mostly of what we call community health. So that includes like hygiene, which is the basic building block on which everything else builds. Then there's dehydration. We teach them how to make their oral rehydration drink, how to recognize dehydration, because dehydration is the #1 killer of children in most countries. And so just those two topics alone is enough for them to be able to go out and make a difference. Then we teach them how to do vital signs, so that's taking temperatures, blood pressures, pulses, respirations. And that gives them a real opportunity to be able to touch people and to interact with them. And then a large portion of the rest of it is then a lot of first aid. So they learn what to do for bleeding, for wound care, how to prevent infection, how to splint fractures, what to do for burns. We also taught about choking. This was an issue they wanted to learn, so we talked about how to do that as well.
En cuanto a la salud, que creo que es el método más fácil en cuanto a la salud, la prevención creo que es lo ideal y esto tratamos de llevarles. Son personas que también tienen un acceso limitado pero mental. Al ir a los hospitales niegan muchas veces no querer ir a los hospitales y si les enseñamos a prevenir minimizamos ese número de necesidad de ir a un hospital.
So as a mechanic, I never thought that my skill would be something that would be part of the Great Commission, that maybe is not considered the normal mission trip. So to be able to use mechanical skills is just really exciting for me.
So what we try to do is explain the concept of how engines work, 4-stroke and 2-stroke engines work. And we work with them through the fuel systems, the electrical systems, all the parts of the internal combustion engine. And so we teach them how to make adjustments and how to troubleshoot and diagnose to make proper repairs. The hope is that they can take these skills and use them with a friend or someone they may see in trouble to help them repair their engines so that they can show them the love of Jesus and share God's love with them.
My training this week is with Mission Transportation, and we are doing the autonomous delivery UAV training. So the main mission is for them to learn how to plan to their communities. So it's very meaningful for them. They're able to plan a flight plan from right here on the beach here in Riohacha, follow the coastline, and then go inland to where their church is and their home is. And actually have a real impact on their communities, dropping medical supplies, food, and/or mechanical supplies for their motorcycles.
So the training is going very well. I've seen the progression from having no idea, what you folks that are students that are participating, no idea whatsoever about flying operations to 5 days later, they're looking excitedly about the potential of flying themselves and being able to deliver things to their home villages, which is pretty significant.
Part of the training at some part in the process is for them to go out in the communities and be Jesus' hands and feet.
And then for me, a highlight is always the home visits. It's just so precious, you know, we're there just in the background just to watch, see how things go. And each one is different, but they just go, they begin to share. It's just beautiful to see their interactions, the way they were able to pray, the response of the families there.
De lo que he aprendido primeramente es del ingenio, que ese es muy importante porque ahí prevenimos muchas enfermedades. Si no tenemos el ingenio como tiene que ser, podemos enfermarnos, nuestra familia se puede enfermar. Pero gracias de lo que he aprendido, ya lo puedo poner en práctica, en obra, porque eso nos ayuda en muchas cosas, de que a nuestros niños no le vaya a dar tanta enfermedad como la diarrea, para que no le vaya a dar deshidratación, así como también aprendí sobre la deshidratación. Esta capacitación esta semana fue muy importante para mí porque muchas cosas que yo no sabía antes son nuevas que ya yo sé.
So one of the things we emphasize to our students is that when Jesus went through villages, he met people's needs. You know, and so Jesus met physical needs, but we also meet felt needs when they have a motorcycle that won't work. That's their transportation. That's their possible means of income or providing water for their family. And so when their motorcycles are broke or their possible generators don't run or their, whatever their mean of income is, then they need help with it.
Now, speaking with the trainees, what they're telling me now, because they're starting to open, what they're saying, this training is so helpful to us when we go back to our communities. I'm going to fix the motorcycle of my pastor or my friend, and then maybe they can give me a chicken or a small goat. It's already in their heads, and I think the impact for the communities is going to be great. The kingdom will be expanded. We are so glad that we could help a little here.
Bueno, yo puedo, un muchacho está varado por el centro. Lo que Dios me enseñó, necesito dar lo que Dios me necesito darle a otro, y a través de la medida voy explicándole, voy a revisarle dónde está la falla del motor. Si la falla es, ejemplo, de la válvula que no tiene chispa, voy a decirle que eso está dañado, necesita una válvula buena. A la medida voy explicándole la falla del motor, a medida voy hablando del amor de Cristo, que Él vive, y si Él murió por cada uno de nosotros, y si estamos vivos por la misericordia de Él, y Dios tiene un propósito en su vida y en la vida de su familia.
The end goal is that it would be able to deliver time-critical items far into La Guajira. During the winter months here, they have severe flooding that isolates the village to where no one can leave unless they have a canoe or a kayak or a boat. So what we hear of is, from the lack of clean water, diarrhea, and also, small children dying because of that, but then also just infections. They're not able to get the medical supplies out, so this just provides a means to which they can provide time-sensitive and life-saving support to those people. But what's really great about this is that all of these guys behind me are Christ followers, and that's most important. And we had a conversation this morning, and it really clicked for them. We said, this is a tool, this is really neat, but at the same time, you're a missionary first, and they all agreed. They said yes.
Damaris, one of our students, shared that one of the mamas, there was 4 families in the compound we were at, so one of the mothers, young mothers, said, oh, I'm very interested in what you're doing. How can I learn this? So she already has somebody that wants to learn and be her helper, and she goes to this church as well. So, but the main goal is to be able to share the gospel, and so healthcare is a huge, huge way to be able to do that.
For me, the highlight of the trip has been seeing the love of Christ that our students have and the passion that they have to learn, and just their receptiveness to all the information and their ability to use all that information and learn the skill, and in turn be able to take that skill, hopefully, and share it with others in Jesus' name.
How the little things they're learning, they're so simple, but yet they can make such a huge difference. And just to see the excitement of them learning and then saying, I can go back to my community and do these things and make a big difference. And I think that's something that's going to start little changes that are going to turn into big transformation.